Many things in our day-to-day lives depend on catalysts. Both the cheddar cheese and the bread in my grilled cheese sandwich utilize catalysts in their production. You may already know that catalysts are substances used to speed up chemical reactions, but how exactly does that work? To begin, let's review some basic chemical kinetics. Every chemical reaction has a certain activation energy required in order for the reaction to proceed. This activation energy is inversely proportional with the reaction rate. So, species with a lower activation energy will have a higher rate of reaction. Furthermore, a catalyst works by providing a different mechanism that has a lower activation energy. Let's consider a basic uncatalyzed reaction. This reaction has one step. Simply, reactant A reacts with reactant B, forming one product, D. This reaction has a very high activation energy, making the rate relatively low. However, if we add a catalyst to this reaction, reactant A will instead react with the catalyst to form a different product, C, and then product C reacts with reactant B to form the original product, D, and it reforms the catalyst. Species C is called an intermediate, where it is utilized in the individual reaction steps but is not seen in the overall reaction. But how is it possible that a catalyst makes a reaction more complex with more steps yet still speeds it up? Well, this is once again tied to activation energy. The sum of the activation energy of the two steps of the catalyzed reaction is actually still less than the original activation energy of the uncatalyzed reaction, and that's how your catalyst works. So how does this relate back to our grilled cheese sandwich? Well, both bread and cheese use protein catalysts called enzymes in their production. For an enzyme to function, there are three main components: the enzyme itself, the active site on the enzyme, and the substrate, which is like the reactant of this process. The substrate fits into the shape of the enzyme's active site, and they can join together to form the enzyme-substrate complex. This is called the lock and key model of enzyme function. So it turns out a simple grilled cheese sandwich is actually pretty complex. So next time you get your Kraft singles and Sunbeam bread, thank your scientist for making your favorite meal possible.